welcome to Crisp Fibre Pods, episode 3. We're here with James from Urban Poetry. Welcome, James.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
You ready for this?
Yeah, always.
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 Born ready.
Always.
So, we've been doing pods for the last few weeks and stuff, getting everyone up and lined. And I wanted to explain to people how we got here and what you guys do.
Yeah.
So, tell us a little bit of Urban Poetry. Where did you start? Why did you start it?
Sure.
Where are you going with it?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. So Urban Poetry initially started in about 2018, 2019. And it was mainly just freelance film work, a lot of photography work and all of that. And through COVID, obviously, that took a little bit of a knock. So it got put on the back burner a bit. And then last year, October, we decided to relaunch under a kind of new structure, new strategy. Got the right people on board, and we launched the agency, the marketing agency as it is. So our kind of goal with it was to take the film experience that we had and create like an all-in-one solution. So instead of getting a marketing agency who's then going to outsource all the film work to someone else and get someone else involved, we thought, why don't we just keep it all in-house, have studios ready to rock and roll, have all the camera gear ready to go on site and film any kind of commercials that we need to for our clients that tie into our whole campaign strategy. Then in terms of where we want to go with it, I think we want to kind of maintain the more niche market business model. We don't want to go to, massive scalability where we're losing touch with our clients and kind of just implementing a templated based product. We really want to make sure that it stays niche. So we're not targeting, 100xing the business. We want to keep it quite niche, quite small, service good clients that we can really make an impact with. That's kind of the game plan.
That is a good game plan. We've joined with you guys since September, and we saw massive growth in our online presence via social medias, and we also saw growth in our sales teams from what is happening with the marketing you guys doing.
Yeah,
the paid campaigns, the focused marketing, the marketing strats around what we want to achieve and how you can help us achieve that.
Yeah.
And we've been working with your team, quite unique.
Yeah.
It's something different from what we used to.
Sure.
But it's making a difference.
100%.
How did you come about putting your team together? What were you looking for when you started with it?
Yeah. So I had like quite a long career in corporate for quite some time. And, with recruiting people quite often in the corporate space, it definitely taught me a lot. And the main thing that I really took from it was not to hire based on what everything is on paper. It's more hire for the right attitude. You can teach people anything, but you can't fix a bad attitude.
100%.
So that was kind of the core focus with assembling the team. I think we've done a very good job of it. I think we've got a great team. Everyone gets along. I sit in my office and hear them laughing and joking most of the day. So seems like we're good. But yeah.
Hopefully they're working while they're laughing and joking.
I hope so as well.
So we've been working with you guys since September, and like I said, we've seen a great uptake in our sales. We've seen great response on our social media. Our marketing focus changed a bit.
Yeah.
And with your help, it put us in a new direction, and that direction is we're happy with.
And it's taking traction, and it's, starting to resonate with the public quite nicely as well.
If I can ask you, can you mention one or two other companies you work with that people can look out for that they can see what you guys are doing and how good you are at it?
Yeah, 100%. So the clients that we have listed on our portfolio on our website, so it's you guys. Then we've got the Auto Agents, great company. They sell a lot of high-end vehicles and they've really got a good business model going there. So we've done some awesome stuff with content and with some marketing campaigns for them. Then another cool one that we work with, People Sync. Working with Fadi, it's always been a fun one. And he's definitely put us under pressure because he's very specific about how he wants everything done. So it definitely tightened up the reins on how we function as a company. But we've also hit a few like incredible wins with PeopleSync. I mean, we've been able to bring their average cost per lead from 700 Rand down to about 110, 120 Rand.
That's very good stats.
Yeah, it's a massive drop. So very, very stoked with what we've achieved there as well. And then another one that we've done extremely well with is Food Savers. So a little kind of like best before grocer. They launched up in Pretoria. They've been a client of ours for a year and a half. And now they've opened up a store just down the road here in Randburg as well. So yeah, we handled all of their store launches, events, competitions, the whole lot. And it's also done extremely well for them. So yeah, those are the four that are on our website, and all of the stats are there as well for anyone that wants to go check it out.
Yeah, amazing work. I've been following PeopleSync with Fadi also. He's become a friend of mine, and he actually introduced me to you on a golf course.
100%.
And yeah, there was a fun day, and since then we've grown together.
Yeah.
So you mentioned you were in corporate. We're not going to mention which corporate and everything, but what did that corporate lifestyle or work situation teach you to be different now when you're running your own company? What values did you take out of it, and what values don't you want to bring along?
100%. I think it's a great question. If we really look into how corporates function and stuff, there's so much structure and strategy to majority of the things that happen within corporate. And I really enjoyed that because it opened up so much transparency. You know, if anyone is stuck or confused with anything that they need to do, there's a whole bank or a library of how-tos, SOPs, anything that you need to do to figure out how to do it in the correct process and all of that. So we definitely brought that across, and we've implemented a lot of SOPs our side to really formalize processes to make sure that no balls get dropped and things are done in accordance with all of our systems that we have, because we've got quite a heavy tool stack in terms of systems as well. So those SOPs really add a lot of clarity there. I think the one thing that I would not want to bring from corporate is the very repetitiveness of what you do there. We get to be creative all the time and come up with new ideas and try new things. And I think that's one of the best parts about working within this space and within this industry, is just how exciting it is to constantly be looking for what the next cool thing is we could try and achieve with what we've got. So that I'd say is probably the number one thing that I wouldn't bring across from corporate.
And how did your lifestyle as a person change, going from working for a 9-to-5, getting that paycheck, making sure that everything's happening, to making sure everything is happening?
Yeah, I think 9-to-5.
You've aged a bit.
Yeah,
I can see
like
it.
gray hairs are coming. So 9-to-5, paycheck every month. It's a lot less stress. You know exactly what's coming. Now, a lot of people think working for yourself is great. We get to go play golf all the time. We get to go do all of this. And sure, we do. We get those opportunities, but typically when we go, we are finished. We're completely exhausted because we're not working a 9-to-5 anymore. We're working like a 5-to-5 kind of.
I call it a 9 to done.
Yeah, pretty much.
What I call it a wake up until done.
Yes,
that's my exactly lifestyle, is a wake up until done.
Yeah. No, we've pulled a couple pretty late nights. 3 a.m. go home, have a shower, get a little bit of sleep, come back. But I love it though. I just love every bit of what we do and how exciting it is, and how much impact everything we do has. There's no task that we have here that doesn't make a huge impact for our clients. If we get one post really well, or one bit of content, or one ad campaign, I mean, it could pay our fees for the whole year if it hits the marks right. And with everyone that we do, we get better and better and better at it, because we're collecting all of the data on what did well for each particular client and how we can better it. So yeah, it's very exciting. It's very exciting. Like there's all of this tension and build up going into launching a new campaign, and filming all of the content and getting
some synergies with the clients also.
Yeah, exactly.
And learning from them.
100%. That's also like a huge one, because we get to really tap into how they're working and what their business does and how they offer it. We've got so much opportunity to learn from all of our clients. So yeah, very exciting. Very, very exciting.
Saying that, you mentioned earlier that you have a niche product. I know what the niche product is. Not everyone out there knows what the niche product is. Give us a little bit of not a background, give us a little bit of feature, what you would say if a new PeopleSync or a new Crisp Fibre comes to you, what they have at the moment, what creates that value add that you're bringing, and what is that niche that anyone out there, if they're listening to this, says, I'm actually looking for that and I want to be in contact.
Yeah. So we've kind of shifted our products.
So let me phrase it correctly. When you look at a client, what they have, how do you bring that urban poetry and make it musical?
Sure. So kind of if we look at our onboarding process for clients, it starts off with a deep dive into exactly what they have got, what they've done in the past, who their best clients are currently, who's their worst clients, whether the client doesn't enjoy working with them or they don't enjoy working with that particular industry. We break all of that information down. Then we've got a pretty intensive AI system that we've spent months building, that does all the deep research that you can possibly think of, all of the competitor analysis. It compares what our meetings portray of the client's company and what their website is portraying of it, if that's lining up and if that's correct. So that system really gives us a massive head start to finding some low-hanging fruit that we can already hit. And then the way that we structured our product is into a bit of a modular segment. So if your brand is not looking the way that you want it to, and it's not going to resonate with the market like we think it should, we don't have to do the whole, marketing package. We can start off with just our brand management. Let's get all of the ducks in order. Let's refresh the brand a little bit. Let's shoot all the content that we need. Let's retake all of the headshots for product photos or whatever we need to do to get everything looking, on par. Because it's great to have an amazing campaign running with great looking content, but then people go onto your website and it's a huge dip. Yes. Right? It's a big bottleneck.
You have to align all the marketing.
Exactly. Material. Everything needs to be kind of on the same page. So that way you can just start off with our first little modular bit of the product, which is brand management. And then when we're ready, we add in another module of social media management or lead generation or however it works. And these modules are designed to perfectly work together, but also to completely work independently. So we can have clients just on lead generation if they've got everything covered from an internal perspective in terms of content and brand management. So it's a really cool setup. So yeah, that's kind of how we get the ball rolling, is first break everything down as much as we possibly can using intense AI systems, and obviously a little bit of questions and poking around with some of the experience that we've got, and then stacking some of the products that we think would work best for the client.
I definitely see a difference in our brand or business since you've got involved. You mentioned AI a few times. You've mentioned your niche. I've seen it that the amount of cost saving we have joining with you guys, because we've had external graphic designers, we've had internal graphic designers. We have to micromanage them or manage them and get it done.
Yeah.
You've been running with the campaigns, you've been running with the social medias with our approval. And cost effectiveness for me makes a big difference.
Yeah.
So you also mentioned the different modules. We started with the full bang suite.
Yes.
And we've been seeing great results. If a client comes on board, what is your normal procedure timeline for getting them from getting on board to having a first campaign running?
Sure. So we've got it's a bit fresh. So I don't know if I wanna say it yet on camera because we haven't tested it, but we've set up a process which is 10 days to impact. So we're actually busy now setting up kind of the tasks and everything that we're going to be utilizing to achieve this. And the goal of that is literally get everything onboarded, sorted within 10 days. So we've got content going out and campaigns running within 10 days of signing the SLA. So that's
quite fast.
It's ambitious. And as I said, it's untested. So let's not put it down in writing yet. But I'm pretty sure we'll be able to achieve it with the way we've set the system up. It's going to be a lot more efficient than the ways that we have been doing it in the past, and I'm really looking forward to giving it a proper test run.
I've seen with you, everything you do is 110%. There's nothing half-mass. So I believe that will be a success. Talking about success, what is Urban Poetry's plans for 2026? What is your goal for the first quarter? How do you see AI and a brand strat coming forward?
Sure.
To put you guys on the map even bigger than what you are now for 2026?
So we're doubling down on content ourselves now. We've been extremely fortunate in like this year in 2025 that we haven't really needed to run massive internal campaigns for ourselves or any marketing strategies. We've been extremely blessed with the amount of clients that come into us, hear about us, our referrals, and all of that. So we've been doing well. But going into next year, obviously we want to kind of grow a little bit quicker. So we are going to be launching our own campaigns. We have already started, in fact, which involve a lot of actually little conversations like this and breaking down some of the in-depth things that we do. So if anyone wants a few tips and tricks on how to run their own marketing, if they follow our Instagram page, there's going to be tons of little 30-second shorts of myself and the team chatting in the studio and then just kind of breaking down some of those larger tasks that we do. So we're going to be giving away a lot of free value on our social media platforms. And yeah, I think if we can maintain the same kind of growth that we got this year with a little bit of a kind of what's the word that I'm looking for when it ramps up a bit? Yeah, like a little bit of like a ramp up going into mid-year. I'd be very stoked with it. Kind of want to, as I said, I don't want Urban Poetry to be this massive company where everyone's just numbers and it's not working the way that it currently kind of is. I really want those personal connections with our clients, great relationships with the teams internally and with our team and our clients' teams as well, so we can really get projects done the most efficient way possible and get to the best result possible.
That's a great aspect to look at. I've been following you on Instagram and LinkedIn, and I've seen those videos, and every time I see one, I'm like, oh, we should actually look at this, or we should actually think about this, and it just reignites my brain every time for new excitement coming
100%,
forward.
Yeah.
So that's good on you. Good for putting some content out there, because there's a lot of small individual businesses, 1 or 2 man companies that don't have the finances at the moment to have an Urban Poetry, but those little 30-second clips that will give them some idea, and maybe 100%. One day they get to that point and they remember you to say, listen, let's go talk to them.
That's exactly it. So it's all about building trust. Like if when clients sign up with us, they're trusting us with their business, they're trusting us with their baby, and for us to grow it. And we sell hope. People are hopeful when they sign up with us that their business is gonna grow. So if people are a bit hesitant, we decided, well, why don't we give free value away? People can test some of our little tricks, systems, and tips, prove it for themselves that it works, and when they're ready, we're ready to take them on as well.
Yeah, you also always have some cards in your pocket ready for the real deal.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
Seeing that being happening and how you've evolved into your new office. Thanks for welcoming me there.
Yeah, of course.
It looks amazing. And the flow of the office, the atmosphere, you walk in, you feel welcome. It's not that cold vibe. You just have to sit in reception and wait and all of that.
Yeah.
It feels amazing. The vibe in there is great. I can see that this company can be at the next level. When do you want to take it to that next level? When are you ready to say Urban Poetry we're going to open a branch in Durban, we're going to open a branch in Cape Town. When do you envision that for yourself?
I think this year has been a lot of assembling and testing of a lot of systems, and then we would scratch it or adjust it and constantly let it grow slowly. Because I'm a little bit of a meticulous person, as you mentioned. So if we were to expand, I think Cape Town would probably be our next move, or possibly Durban. And I would love to see that happen before the end of next year. I would love to, because how we were looking at setting it up is mainly just like a satellite branch. So we'd have the main one being here, our head office in Johannesburg, and then we just have content teams spread out throughout the country that can go on site to clients, get the content that we need, a small little studio that the overheads aren't going to be huge. So we kind of did assemble the whole lot to be fairly scalable from that perspective.
You know, I've seen it, and best of luck with that going to the future. Like I said, we've been in the system since September, and we've seen the changes. And some of the things we told you guys, this doesn't work for us.
Yes.
We can't work with this, but this one works. And what we've seen is the evolution of urban poetry throughout this last, 5 months?
Yeah.
I want to congratulate you on what you've done.
No,
you say it started in 2018. It was a slow start. COVID hampered it. Taking that leap of faith to say, I can do this. We've seen the benefit. We think a lot of people out there will see the benefit of contacting you.
Yeah.
How do they contact you? Where do they get in touch? And what is the process after getting in touch with you?
Sure. Yeah. So we've tried to simplify that. Firstly, thank you so much for the kind words. I really appreciate that. In terms of getting in touch with us, we've tried to make it as easy as possible. So if you open up our website, which is just urbanpoetry.co.za, there's buttons everywhere to chat with us on WhatsApp. You can fill out a form, and we'll have all of your information. We'll be able to come a lot more prepared into those conversations. We're quite a big fan of WhatsApp first communications, just because we've got a really cool system in place now to manage and maintain it. So it's really rapid. It's very informed, and it's easy and efficient. You don't need to be sitting at your computer. It can be a conversation on your phone when you've got a gap. Otherwise, you can do the exact same process on your computer, and we can chat over email, set up a little Teams meeting, have a bit of a conversation, a bit of a discovery call, see if we are a good fit, and we take it from there. So the process is really straightforward, very simple, not overcomplicated at all. Our quoting process is almost instant, so it's no long lead times or wait times for anything to slot into place.
I've realized that because we onboarded quite quickly.
Yeah.
You're saying that you've got this group of people working with you. You are a visionary in the marketing space. You've done quite a few big projects. I've looked it up and stuff. What is your target market at the moment? Who do you think should be contacting you? Who do you want you to get in touch with you to help boost them 100%. For the next level?
So I think every marketing agency wants the most exciting, products to work with, in terms of retail and clothing brands or anything along those lines. But what we found is we actually really enjoy B2B. We've got a good handful of B2B clients, and we kind of becoming really good at it. And if you in the B2B space, service provider or consulting as a service or whatever the case is, that definitely seems to be our favorite one to work with. I think the biggest ones we'd probably avoid is anything that puts a lot of strain on the cameras. So a lot of mining companies is not going to be, it's not really going to be part of my ideal
shots, and that's where you end.
We've got like a few clients that will, openly say we've got no experience in this industry, and I'm not entirely sure if we want to take it on. Happy to give it a chance, but whenever we have a case like that, we typically offer like a 3-month opt out for both sides in terms of the SLA. Like we'll give it a bash, and if it doesn't work for us, we'll rather just say, unfortunately,
let's call it a day.
Yeah, we're not the best in this, and I'm not going to waste anyone's time. I'd rather try to help you find someone who is going to be a better fit for your industry. But yeah, we seem to be doing pretty well with most of the industries that we've got involved.
No, I've realized that I've seen a difference, and I've seen a difference with people seeing social media. I've seen a difference with ours. I'll have a look at that as you doing also.
Yeah.
James, on that note, I'm going to say thank you so much for joining us here. It is always a pleasure talking to you, either on the phone, on email, or just bantering on Instagram Reels. I really do enjoy your company. I'm looking forward to have another one of these conversations next year,
100%.
where we can see where we've come from and where we're going.
That'll be really cool, actually.
And then maybe we do a nice little stat comparison from where we were and where we are now.
Yeah, that'll be epic.
I'm looking forward to that chat, and thank you again for making time to come sit with us.
100%. Of course. Thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
Cheers.